In this video, I will show exactly how I would make $10,000 per month if I had to start from scratch all over again, and it was going to be with this platform called Skool. So why should you listen to me, and what value are you going to get from this video? Well, first of all, when I launched my first paid Skool community 4 months ago, I generated $10,000 per month in 10 days, $20,000 per month in 20 days. And then in February, I won the Skool games and I got to travel to Las Vegas and meet Alex Ramosi and Sam Ovens. And right now, my Skool community is generating over $135,000 per month in total from affiliate programs and some other stuff. But purely from the paid community, it's generating $71,000 per month at the time of this recording. So everything that I'm going to show you in today's video is something that I'm currently doing. I know that it works. And if I had to start from scratch all over again, but I only had my IP or my intellectual property on this know-how, this is exactly what I would do, right? So when you're trying to grow a Skool community and when you want to make money online, I honestly believe that making money online using Skool is like the best opportunity as of to date when you want to make money online. And there's really only 4 ways that you can make money online. We can talk about that in a second as well. But when you want to make money online, you basically need 3 things, right? You need traffic, you need a way to convert that traffic, and then finally you need retention. You need to keep your clients coming back and paying all over and over and over again, right? So the first thing that we need here is just a big T for traffic. That's like the first thing, right? And in terms of traffic, you can either do paid or organic traffic. And so when it comes to paid traffic, we can talk about that in a sec, kind of how that plays into this. But let's say you don't have any money, right? So you need to do organic traffic. So when it comes to organic traffic, first, I would 100% start a YouTube channel like this one, right? So I'm gonna write YT, and I'm also gonna write IG. Right? So YouTube and Instagram. And a strategy that's working really, really well for me right now on Instagram is doing a strategy called the ManyChat strategy, where you basically create reels on Instagram. And it can be a super short reel, like 7 to 8 seconds, where, for example, you sit by the computer or whatever it is that you're doing, right? In my case, I work from my computer and I sell information on how to make money online. So for me, it makes sense to sit in front of the computer. But if you're teaching people how to surf, then it can be when you're surfing, right? But it's a very short clip, 7 to 8 seconds. It's me sitting in front of the computer. It has a title in the reel where it says, for example, how I made $10,000 per month in 10 days using Skool, right? And then it says, read the caption. So then what people do when they see this reel, they just like, interesting. And if I want to know how this guy on this reel made $10,000 per month in 10 days with Skool, I will have to read the caption. So then they go into the caption on Instagram and start to read that caption. And so now they're spending time reading the caption while the reel is playing over and over and over again, right? So that just gives some good signs to the algorithm that people like watching this thing over and over and over again. And then at the end of the caption, I say, if you want this free resource or this free training that I have, comment this word like Skool, for example, in the comments, and then I will send you my free training. And then we use this free tool, or it's not free, but it's a tool called ManyChat, where I'm automatically then can DM people a link to my free community, right? So I had no idea what I was doing when I started using this. The 7th reel that I ever made, so I did a reel every day, the 7th reel that I ever made, it got 500,000 views and like thousands of leads. So that is what I would start out with. I would also start a YouTube channel. And if you watch this YouTube channel right now, like my YouTube channel, it doesn't have a lot of, like a bunch of subscribers and not a bunch of views, but it's just very raw, authentic content where I stand in front of a whiteboard and teach stuff, right? And if you go to Alex Ramosi, he recently went into this as well. And a lot of big creators are starting to do this, right? So I would do both of these ones, and then we can also talk about paid in a second. But so that's the traffic. Then we need the conversion side of things, right? So we basically need a product. And the way I recommend that how you sell Skool or Skool community is that you start off with a free community. So if I do an arrow here, right? And then we do here, let's say. So this is free. Skool, right? It's free. I don't know if you can read that, but it's a free Skool community, right? And so I would run traffic to a free Skool community. And the reason why I want to have a free Skool community here is because it's so easy to convert people into something that is free, right? The friction to join a free community is literally nothing. If I have a community here that costs money, even if it's just $1, I'm gonna lose out on most of the people because I'm asking for something in return, right? But if I'm giving away something of value that people want and it's free, I will get a big portion of the people that click through from my traffic channels to my free community. They will actually join this free community, right? So I would have a free community. Then from a free community, I would, and this is what we're currently doing, I would have a calendar. So let's say this is a calendar, right? This is a calendar where people can book free onboarding calls. And then from this calendar, I would have my paid community, right? So again, we have traffic into free community, into a calendar where you basically, what we are doing is that we're offering free Skool onboarding calls, right? So I have a free training on how to create the Skool community. And if people want more help and support to basically launch their Skool community, we have a free onboarding call where they can book here in the calendar. And then from this calendar, we're then basically showing them my paid community as well. So if you think through the buyer journey right now, right? Instead of me just, for example, having a paid ad or like any type of traffic directly to the paid community, now people get a value piece on YouTube or on Instagram. They go into my free community where they get a free course, even more free value. Then they can book a free Skool onboarding call where it's even more value, where we're spending our own time, money, and resources, mainly time, to offer free one-on-one onboarding calls on a call, and then we ask for the money, right? So it's like Gary Vee, right? It's jab, 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 and then a right hook. So it's like you give massive amounts of free value first, and then you ask for the sale. And this is how I've built my entire business to this point. It's just like giving away as much value as I can completely for free, because that creates future customers, right? But also what this free resource is doing is that it's working like the ultimate growth hacking machine, right? If I didn't have this free resource, my Instagram ManyChat strategy wouldn't be working as good, right? But since I have this valuable resource that people want, I can use that in all of my content. And now if you're watching this video and if you're somebody who's like, I wonder how this random guy on YouTube is making money online with this thing called Skool. He says that he's making a lot of money. I want to learn some more about he's doing, and he has a free course. So if you're somewhat intrigued about this, you will most likely go into the free course after watching this video. You will see that we have free Skool onboarding calls. You will like, this is actually valuable. This actually helped me improve my life. Maybe you don't buy right now, but at least I have increased my chances to provide something of value to you, and I now have you in my world. You now know about me because I've given you value, and hopefully you like me and trust me because I've helped you, because I've given you value. So I'm not a stranger anymore. You actually know this guy a bit better now. And it all happened because I'm giving away value. And free value, it's huge. And most people don't give free value, but this is the secret, essentially. Giving away something that people are willing to pay money for, or that people are used to pay money for, you give that away for free. And that's a quote from Alex Hormozi. So I would do that. But also what you can do, when you get people into this free community, right? What happens here is that you can ask for their email, right? So I'm just gonna write email, boom. Right? We get their email, and when we get their email here, we can use this email to first of all get them back to the paid or to the free community, right? So when we get their email, if you opt in into my free community right now, you will get an email immediately saying, awesome, welcome to, I'm paraphrasing, but welcome to my free community where you can learn X, Y, and Z. Like, here's how you get started. You start with the first video in my free community, right? So you will get into what's called an autoresponder, where we will basically send you an email every day or every other day with value. Like, we'll lead with value first in the email, we'll solve problems for you, and at the end of the email we'll have a call to action. And that call to action is, make sure that you go and watch this video in the free course, make sure that you go and watch the first video of the course. the second video, then the third video, and so on and so forth, right? So we send email back to the free community. Also what we do is that we send emails to the calendar, right? Because remember, we use these calls to basically provide value upfront for free, jab, 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 jab. And then also on these calls, we basically show people that, hey, if you want more help, more support, if you want to jump on daily calls with Max and achieve your income goals faster and easier, then you can join the paid community, right? So also what we do in those emails is that, again, we bring them back to the calendar, which then on those calls, we get people into the paid one. But also what we do in the email is that we also pitch the paid from time to time, where it's like, if somebody has been on our list for a long time, they're opening our emails, they're clicking our links, then we also have call to actions where we bring them directly into the paid one, right? So this is exactly how I would start. And a lot of people are asking, like, do I begin with the free one first or the paid one first? Or do I, like, when is it time to launch the paid one, right? And we're going to go into the paid traffic here soon again, and I'm going to show you how that works as well. But you basically just take it step by step. In the beginning, you just start with a free community, right? That's what you do. You begin with the traffic into a free community. That's it. You build it up. And also what I recommend to do in this free community, right, is to do, I'm going to write it here, daily calls, right? So you do daily calls inside of a free community, and you can't even see that. It says daily calls. So you do daily calls inside of a free community, and you do this, again, first of all, to provide value to your community, again, for free. You're building more trust, more goodwill, creating more future customers, right? So you do free calls every single day inside of a free community. So you do it for them, giving value, right? But you also do it for yourself, right? Because when you do daily calls with people in your community, you get feedback, right? You get feedback from the marketplace on, like, do they like your current course? Do they not like it? If they don't like it, why don't they like it? And if they don't like it, how can we make it better? And if they love it, like, what are other things that they currently are not learning? What do they want to learn, right? So, and then they're going to tell you, and then you can use that as ammunition to then plan out your paid one. So you start with the traffic, get them into your free one, do daily calls in your free one, get market feedback from real people that are real potential customers, and then you start to plan out your paid course, and then you start to do the onboarding calls as well, right? So that's that. Then, so this is not only organic, right? These two are only organic, but how do you do paid? Right? So I'm going to write paid here. How do you do that? That's a completely different beast, right? How do we run paid traffic? And where do we run the paid traffic to? So when you run paid ads, right? And when you do all types of advertising, it's all about the offer, right? It's not about how to click the buttons inside of the ads manager, or what targeting you use, or what audience, or what campaign structure, or blah, 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 right? Or what tracking tools you use. None of that matter. It does matter, but it's like 1%. What matters 99% is what your ad is actually saying. What is it that you're offering in your ad, right? If I have something that you want, and I show an ad of that, if you're desperately looking for a new, I don't know, pair of specific jeans that are like stretchy jeans, if that's what you've been looking for like crazy on the internet, and I show you an ad of those jeans, you will be interested, right? And you will be even more interested if I'm giving you a very good offer for those jeans. So then what you can think about, what is like the ultimate offer that I can give you, right? Let's say you're looking for those pair of jeans that you've been looking for like crazy. They're actually rather expensive. Most people sell them for super expensive because they're stretchy, and they're like water resistant, and you can use them when you're out hiking, and they look great, and they're super comfy, and they're warm when it's cold, and they're cold when it's warm. They're like the perfect pair of jeans, but they're normally super expensive. What's like the ultimate offer that I can give you? Well, if I have an ad where I tell you, hey, you can actually get these pair of jeans for free, right? That's like the ultimate thing. And that's why it's so powerful to have a free community up here as well, because you can literally run paid ads that say, hey, I have a course about stuff that I know that you're interested in. And best of all, it's free. You don't have to pay me a single dollar for it. So what do? Well, we run this paid traffic into our free community, right? Pretty obvious. So we run paid ads into our free community. And what happens then? Well, they join our free community, we get their email, we can start to email them back to our free community, we can start to email them about our free onboarding calls, and we can also start to email them about our paid community, right? So now we have organic, but we also have paid, and we have paid ads with like the ultimate best world case scenario offer that you can have. Something super valuable that is completely free, right? So that's that. Also what you can do, right? As you're building up this audience, meaning that you're basically using paid ads to find more people out on the internet who have no idea who you are, you hook them in with a free course, right, in here. Then what we can do as well is that as soon as somebody lands on this page, right, so I'm just gonna do it like this and drag an arrow down here, right? As soon as we get people from our paid into our free community right here, we can save those people. So I'm just gonna do like I don't know what this is. It's like a bucket, right? So think of this as a bucket, and you have a bunch of people in here, right? So a bunch of people, like so, a bunch of miniature people, boom, one more, right? So every single time we get people from our paid ads to our free community, we can create an audience, as it is called, or like it's a bucket. You can think of it as a bucket. So every single person who clicks this ad or even sees this ad and come to our free community, we can save those people in a bucket. And then what we can do is that it's called retargeting. So every single person who lands in this bucket, we can start to show them ads then over and over and over again to our paid community. So now we're using most of our ad spend and our organic traffic to promote something that is 100% free. We're building massive goodwill. We're using email to get them back to our free course to provide even more goodwill. We use our email to provide the onboarding calls. We pitch the paid traffic from time to time, but we're also building this audience that we can then use retargeting ads, basically show them ads all over the place, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, and every single day they log into those platforms, they're gonna see this guy, you, who's been providing them with so much value for free and email and courses and calls and all of that, and now they're asking for money to join their paid. And now they know who you are and what you offer, and now they know what you offer in your free community, and then you can just tell them that, hey, here's what you get inside of the paid community. You get X, Y, and Z. It's going to cost you X dollars, and we have a 100% money back guarantee, or even we have a free trial for this. Go and check it out. Now you've jabbed so many times, right? You've jabbed so many times with free value in your content, in all of this stuff, so that now that when you ask for the paid stuff, you actually have people who are interested in this and will be a lot more likely to buy, right? So this is basically the breakdown of exactly how I would do it if I started from scratch. This is exactly how I'm currently doing it. We started doing those onboarding calls. It's not even a month ago. I want to say it's 25 to 27 days ago. 50% of our sales are coming from this onboarding call right now. And we made close to $30,000 in new sales last 25 days. And then we have some churn as well, which is about 30%. So we lost, we lost about 10K of those 30K reduced, right, on the overall monthly recurring revenue. So in 25 days, we added new monthly recurring revenue worth like $20,000 extra by doing this. So it's working like a charm. Not like I haven't seen anybody else doing this strategy yet. And it's working really good. And it all just boils down to providing massive free value. So that is my super messy illustration of how I would make $10,000 per month with Skool as soon as possible if I had to start from scratch all over again.